Welcome to today's talk session. My name is Deidre Moss, and I am the host of Can We Talk? I am an educator, motivator, and a talk connoisseur. My guest today is Tamara Smith. Miss Smith, can we talk about Island Queen?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Tamara Linnell. Well, Tamara Linnell Smith, but I use my designer name, Tamara Linnell. And the Island Queen Boutique, right? Island Queen. Um, that comes from a little bit deeper. Okay, I regard myself as a queen, and actually, I think it was when I was about 30, I got a tattoo that said queen because I felt like people need to know who I am, you know. And then when opening and then starting my business, I decided, you know what, I'm a queen. First, I started off with the queendom, right? Then I thought about it some more. I said, you know what? I'm on an island. I love the island. Why not call it Island Queen Boutique? Right? I
Thank you.
specialize in craft, straw craft, and everything. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss Smith. I actually thought you was going to take over for me. You did a great job. No, that's fine. But
Yes,
before we get into our talk session, I would give Miss
yes.
Smith the opportunity to introduce herself, but you did that for me.
Yes, sorry.
So, before we get into our talk session, I want to
Mhm.
talk briefly about selling authentic or selling Bahamian crafts in general. And that goes way back
Right.
into our history as a people and as a tourism
Definitely.
destination. It is not uncommon for
Definitely.
Bahamians to make crafts and sell their products to tourists who are seeking to purchase native souvenirs. So Island Queen
Right.
provides an array of Bahamian crafts and designs, all created by Miss Smith. They are handmade
Yes.
straw bags, custom jewelry, and Bahamian bags, etc. So, can we
Right.
talk
Right.
would like to highlight these products while also bringing an awareness to the Bahamian craft industry and Bahamian craft products. So, with that said, my first question to Ms. Smith is what inspired you to create Island Queen? What is the inspiration behind it? I
Island
know
Queen.
you touched briefly about it.
Um. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I'm also a talk connoisseur. I like to talk. My apologies. So, but for me, I grew up in a straw market, so I've always been doing these crafty things, right? Um, and I just decided that listen, I wanted to be growing up in the straw market. They call you straw vendors, but I felt like I wanted to be more than just a straw vendor. I'm not saying that anything was wrong with it. I wanted to be a straw craft person, to be known as a straw craft person. So I decided to give my business a name. Like I said, I started off naming it. It started off being named the Queendom. All right. And then I turned it around and I said, like I said, from the island, so why not incorporate the island thing? And so that's how that came about with the name. I hope I explained that enough for you. I don't want to talk, but
No,
yes, I
you do.
do. I make I do make different craft items, and I love the straw. Honestly, I love the straw. Honestly, it's something that my mother did as a little girl. I grew up having to help her to make these items, and I just totally love it. I fell in love with it. All of my brothers and sisters, I'm the one that stuck with it. So I really like it.
And so, how do you come up with the
Hmm.
ideas to create your products? Or, for example, like how do you come up with ideas to create your bags or other products that you produce?
Well, sometimes it would just come to my mind a design. Maybe I'll dream about it a different person, and I just sketch it out. That's before I sketch it out, and I go ahead and make it. In other instances, I've looked at fashion trends around the world. Pinterest, um, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I see what people are wearing, and I go ahead and I make products like that. For example, sorry to dip out on you. For example, something like this. Okay, so this is a straw bag that I created, and I realized that a lot of times the younger, especially the younger people, they don't like so much straw, right? So I tried to incorporate something that they would like. So I got the faux leather and I put the little bling bling the chains on it to make it more appealing to, a different audience. So I get my inspiration from different aspects. Really. It also comes from a
Yeah, I was
need,
just gonna get comes from
a need,
comes from
like
oh,
a
okay.
need, and yeah, like for example, I say, with something I'm tired of wearing my regular scrub purses. I need something that's probably smaller and has a pocket in the back. So I'll go ahead and make something like that. And if I see that it's nice and cute and something that I can sell and other people can use, then I go ahead and make more of them.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you that, like, as a young
Mhm.
person, do you think there is an audience among other young persons for authentic Bahamian crafts and straw work? As you're aware, there are a lot of items that we import sometimes. Therefore, do you
Right.
think there's a market, especially among our young people, to actually wear Bahamian made crafts, straw bags, and all that good stuff?
Yes, definitely it is. There is a market, and that was one of my passions and one of my that was one of the goals that I wanted to accomplish when I started the Island Clean because I'm a younger person. And I just got tired of people saying, oh, straw bags for the older ladies. Yeah, my Grammy is gonna like that. No, boo, you gonna like this. You know what I mean? It can be worn in the younger community. So that was one of the things I wanted to do to bring the awareness of straw crafting for younger persons as well as older persons in the Bahamas. You know, sometimes we go ahead and we order a different kind of straw. We'll go online and order a different kind of straw bag, like the wicker straw offline. But you can wear your own hand. This is a part of your culture, a part of your history, and it can be fashionable. You know.
So you can support your culture as well as be fashionable at the same time.
Yes, definitely
So you kind
can.
of marry the two.
Definitely.
So, in your opinion, do you think that you're contributing kind of like to a lost art form? Like maybe a lot of persons have kind of moved away from arts, the original crafting and straw work and all that stuff. Do you think that you're
Definitely.
contributing to that?
Um, and at the beginning of it, it was just something that I like to do, and I like to wear the straw myself. But after doing it for so many years, and people telling me, you are contributing, and I haven't seen any other young persons doing it. I said, you know what? Okay, maybe I am contributing to it. So I took that aspect of it more seriously of being a contributor to a culture that is dying. But it really, literally just started out because I love the straw. Straw is so beautiful. How could you deny it? You know?
Very true. So, with that,
Mhm.
as you said yourself, and being a young person, would you recommend other young
Mhm.
people get into crafting Bahamian crafts, even if they do it as a hobby, to kind of preserve the culture? Have you
Definitely.
experienced other young persons in your fields, and would you recommend other young Bahamians get into crafting? Have you had much experience with other persons your age doing this kind of work?
Unfortunately, that I know of, there are not a lot of young persons doing this, and it is very saddening because I'm not very old, but I'm not so young. So, like I said, growing up in the straw market, I watched a lot of even the older ladies doing it. Now it's not so much of even those older ladies because people die. You know, people die out, but there's not a lot of persons. Not There's not a lot of young persons doing the craft, and I really wish that they would. I offer classes as well. I wish that they would because even if it's something that you don't do on a large scale, it's something that you can do for a hobby, you know, for the pastime. And I always think that it could bring you into something because everybody's like an artist. Everybody's artwork is different. So if I make something from straw, it's going to be different from what Dimitri makes from straw, right? But somebody's going to like it. so that can even go ahead and bring you an income.
So you said that you offer classes as well. Can you talk a little about it?
I do. So I offer classes. Classes start at $40, and it goes for about an hour. That you do the basics. Okay.
So it's about,
Um,
what do you teach, like straw?
yeah, and I'll teach you how to do like the basics of straw,
So you
how
can
to
teach
make
how
the
to plait
basic.
the, can you teach how to
Sorry.
plait the straw?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Oh, okay.
Now, now with the plotting of the straw, I'm not a very big plotter of the straw. Although I can, I lean more toward creating things from it, right?
Okay.
Right. So it's yeah. So it's just not the plotting part of it. I teach you how to actually make something that you can use from it.
So what other classes do you do teach the handmade jewelry as well, or?
I know I've never taught the handmade jewelry, but maybe I
Okay.
should.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. And I do because I'm just talking about straw. I actually, PG, when I say I love the Bahamas, I love the Bahamas. It is absolutely beautiful. The people are beautiful. They can be better sometimes, nevertheless. The people are beautiful. The landscape is beautiful, and it's just a gorgeous place to be. People work and save money to come here where I live, right? Right.
Eh, correct. Correct.
Hmm.
Correct.
So
And it's so much inspiration. So when I saw some of your products, it's like the fabrics and everything, it kind of reminds me of the different islands, even like with some, I think you have crab print, you have pineapple print on some of the bags. And I'm like, okay, we
yep.
have pineapple from Eleuthera. So it's just so much things to kind of remind me of the islands. It's just so much inspiration. And so
Right.
I was, can you show us do you have any other products you can show?
Yes, and I am sorry I didn't bring. Okay, I showed you this purse already, and I'm
Yeah.
so sorry I didn't bring any of the necklaces.
Well,
And I wanted to walk over.
I have the video that I can share,
Okay, okay.
that I can play briefly, just to showcase some of your work, because it's really awesome. So these bags, can you
Yes.
talk a little bit about it?
Okay. What are we? Okay. Okay. Very nice. So they backpack. They are they are they are beautiful.
Yeah, because then you have the different fabrics that kind of, it
Yes.
reminds me of different islands and different scenes.
Yes. And they are totally beautiful. There, you see, you have some that have the nautical on it. Um, because I like things nautical as well. So I figured that hey, if this is something that I like, because I have like a house cat, to be honest with you. So I said, if this is something that I like, I'm sure other people will like it as well. They are beautiful. They are very nice. The prints, the shells, the seashells, and the anchors, and the pineapples, and the turtles. These are all the things that we have in the Bahamas, right? So when I saw them, I said, something. This is something that the Bahamian people really would like. All right. Now you see that they have Bahamas on it. A lot of times they don't like things that have Bahamas on it because they say, oh, can I take Bahamas off? No, no. You will wear something that says Chanel. You wear something that says Bahamas as well. You know what I mean? Rep where you're from.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, as we draw to a close for this session,
Hmm.
are there any final remarks that you would like to make, or anything else you would like to talk about your products, or talk about where we can find you, or your boutique?
Hmm. So you can find me on Facebook, the Island Queen Boutique. I'm also on Instagram, Island Queen Boutique. I'm on WhatsApp, Island Queen Boutique. And products are in stock. I also have that I make to order. You can even go ahead and personalize your item. You know what I mean? So if you wake up today, Deidre, and said, you know what, I feel like I want this kind of purse that nobody else has. Let me sketch it out and send it to tomorrow and see if she can create it. Chances are I can create it for you. So how cool is it to have something that, that you had special made, you had a part in making, you know? So you guys can check me out, like I said, on Facebook, on Instagram, Island Queen Boutique. Go ahead and like the page. All right. And I'm also on WhatsApp. My number's all over Facebook. All right.
Tamara
Yes,
Smith,
ma'am.
Alan Quinn,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you so much for sharing your
Thank you.
products with us today. And like I said, it's really great to see you kind of carrying on that tradition of Bahamian crafting and
Hmm.
contributing to something that we need to preserve
Right.
as a nation. And so I would like to thank viewing audience for listening to our talk. I would like to thank again Tamara Smith, Alan Queen,
Hmm.
and you can like our page for future notifications for upcoming talks. Can we talk? Comment under this post, comment under our videos, and let us know your thoughts. Let us know what else you want us to talk about. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Can We Talk? Thank you and good evening.